Morning, everybody. Jim Adkins here from Jim Adkins Results Coaching and your philosophical corner. Welcome to my corner. Day 24 of 26 days of you, looking at letters of the alphabet, picking a word to add to our transformation or our our makeup, our being, our philosophy, not just our vocabulary, but as we roll through the letters, I realized that my vocabulary can use an upgrade. Like today, the letter X. How many X words can you come up with? Right? So I started looking up a few, as I always do. You just kind of scan, and the one that pops out, we'll talk about that. We'll philosophize. We'll run the gambit on it. And going through them, like, holy cow, I had to look up 90% of the words I read. Just because I never used them, never heard what they meant. And what I was doing was I would come up with, I would say, and all statistics, 80% of all statistics are made up on the spot anyway. So about 60% of the words that I pulled up, I had recognized but didn't know. And 80% of those words were scientific words. And what I mean, scientifically used, I mean, there were X words that started with 3 letters and 10 letters and 20 letters. And so the more I looked at them, the more it's like, well, what am I going to talk about? What can we discuss today? And how can we use this as our transformation? How can we use this to make ourselves better? Well, as I looked at it, I pondered, and I often do this kind of crazy stuff. If the scientific community actually pre-planned the idea to use the letter of the alphabet in the English language, and maybe some of the words weren't even from English origin, that nobody else was going to use. They figured out X isn't going to get used a lot. Let's make every word that we're going to come up with to describe the functions of our body start with the letter X, and there'll be no confusion. So pre-planning. Now, whether it happened that way or not, I don't know. I don't care. It was a fun thought. And to think about, you look at the letters of the alphabet and you go, that one's not so usable. Let's put every scientific word that we're going to make up start with that letter X. And they pre-planned it that way. And now all of our other words make more sense. So I don't know. Xerox in my life has always been a company, has always been associated with copy machines. Never thought to look it up, never thought to think about it other than that's just what it is. So when I saw it, my first thought was obviously Xerox is the company, right? Xerox is a company and they make copy machines. Well, I don't know if they created the word, I didn't do the research, or if the word was there and they used it. You can look it up if you want to, but to copy or duplicate, that's Xerox. And philosophically speaking, or transformation-wise speaking, you can take the word Xerox and you can use it to become successful. There's an old adage or an old saying that says, plant the same seeds or sow the same seeds, reap the same rewards, right? Or the same crop. So if you follow a pattern of somebody who's been successful, somebody who's done something that you're looking to do. I'm not saying don't be innovative, because innovation is the key to growth and that's what you want. But let's assume you want to attain a black belt. Just, because of who I am, right? Your teacher will give you the path to follow that others have done before you to set yourself on that path. Now, becoming a black belt is different for everybody. There's no stamp in a mold. Okay. There are some schools that will stamp you in a mold and you can pay for your black belt. That's not what I'm talking about. And even then, though, you can copy what they have laid out for you and achieve their black belt. So you copy, you follow a program, you follow a path, and it gets you to where you need to be or close to it. So Xerox is an okay word that you can use. Zosia, I have no idea. Xenium. I mean, a lot of these scientific, I looked up some that described the skin and the process of developing mucus, all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm like, what am I going to do with these words? And I came up with Xeriscape. Never heard it before. That's what the whole idea with water at the beginning picture is. Xeriscape. Xeriscape. That's how it's pronounced. Xeriscape. It's spelled with an X. And it is a type of landscaping that is used in arid or dry areas that uses water conservation and plants that are drought resistant. So again, with the letter Z today, I think the idea of our transformation would be to pre-plan and to plan around our weaknesses, our environment, our strengths, and our choices. If the scientific community absolutely planned to use the X as the letter of the first letter of the word in their vocabulary for a lot of defining tools, bravo. They pre-planned, they looked at the alphabet and said, hey, let's do this. I don't know that happened, but if they did, that pre-planning makes sense. The Xeriscape, if you look at an area, and I do, when I moved to Michigan, I'm an Arizona boy, so I'm not real familiar with all of the plants here, all the beautiful trees, all the species. Is that poisonous? Can I eat that? Is that gonna make me red? Type of thing. So when it comes time to planting new things or bringing, my favorite trees to or fro, will they grow here? That was a question. So if you're going to plant a garden or you're going to build landscape around your house, it's good to know the climate. So now let's talk about your goals. You set your goals. Well, having a plan is a good idea to achieve your goal. So you have your goal, you have your reason, you have your purpose, you know what it is, you attach emotion to it, you're focused, you speak it in the current, the now, you make it, I'm stumbling over my words this morning. So you've got your goal, okay? And you map a plan to get there. And but your plan is not congruent or not plausibly feasible to the environment that you're in currently, or your strengths or your weaknesses. Does that make sense? So I'm kind of using that word Xeriscape, which is a method of planning how to grow and build a landscape in an arid area as an analogy for our goals. If you want things to grow and you want things to be beautiful, let's look at where we're at, make the best of what we have, be grateful for it, plan to move forward into, away from, above, or beyond the area that we are, or become completely comfortable and the master of the area that we're in. Xeriscape. Is that a stretch? I hope so. Today's day 24, the letter was X. There was another one. What was it? Xenophobe. Xenophobe was an unduly fearful of what is foreign or people from a foreign country. Xenophobe. That was the first one I came up with until I did some more looking. I was going to use that one because being fearful of what's foreign often pops up when we're making changes and transformation, right? And I'm not talking about foreigners or foreign countries, but that's what the word associates to. But foreign ideas, things that we look at and we've never done before. Good. Don't be. I think the word was unduly. There you go. Unduly fearful, unnecessarily fearful of the unknown. So as you look at new processes that you've never done, good. There's an old saying too, and I'm stumbling over these today, but it's Sunday, first day of the week. I can't remember exactly what it was. If you want to get what you've never got, you've got to do something that you've never done. There's several sayings that pertain to that, right? To get something new, you need to do something different. If insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results, etc. So taking on a foreign idea or a new idea and making it yours could be a scary thing, but necessary. All right. Xeriscape. Why should be a little easier tomorrow, right? Xeriscape. All right. Make your plans. let's talk more about this. If you like the video, give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. Leave me some comments. Let me know where you're listening from. If you are new to and we haven't met or haven't talked yet, leave me a comment that says, hey, I'm out here and I think you're a nut or you're fun or whatever it is, or these are valuable, and we'll keep doing them. Okay, my goal is to do a video every day that holds you accountable and me accountable for our success and our growth, and helping to grow my channel would definitely help that. All right, I love you guys, and I will see you on day 25, which is next tomorrow. We'll talk about the letter Y. Until then, you xenophobe people that might be unduly afraid of foreign ideas, and you Xeriscape people that are going to make plans to grow a garden in your arid desert. Shishi, that's another X word, by the way. It's a foreign X word. It means thank you. Until next time, on your mark, get set, grow.